Happy Thursday. Today is officially the first day of spring, the spring equinox, Aries season, and that represents new beginnings. So, what's the best way to start new beginnings? Let's do some sun salutations. Come on, let's go to the mat. So, we're going to start off in a standing position, feet rooted into the mat. And we're going to take a moment to bring clarity and focus into our mind and into our body and bring ourselves to the present moment with deep breathing. So we're gonna root our feet down to the mat, arms out to the side, creating space in the arms, chest lifted, shoulders relaxed. And we'll take a moment to take some deep inhales and deep exhales. Gonna inhale through the nostril and exhale out the mouth. Feel free to lower your gaze or close your eyes. Allowing ourselves to feel rooted in our body. Taking a moment to release any overthinking or any thoughts. Don't judge them, let them pass. And if you want to set an intention for this practice, for this day, or for this new spring equinox, feel free to set that intention. And when you're ready, we're going to open our eyes. We're going to come to the top of the mat. Again, we're going to be still rooted into the mat. Feet about hip distance apart. We're going to inhale, reach our hands up, stretching and reaching. Then we're going to exhale, diving down, hinging from the hip, allowing ourselves to fold towards our feet or shin or wherever we're at, releasing ourselves to the mat, towards the mat, allowing the head to hang heavy. We'll take a moment and fold our arms here in that ragdoll position. Again, releasing any thoughts. Just breathing here, letting go. If you want to twist a little bit from side to side, feel free to do that. You want to keep a soft bend in the knees. And we're going to release the hands back down. We're going to come up halfway, bringing our hands to our shin, flat back, blissful rising, looking forward. Then we're going to exhale, release, and our hands back down. Then we're going to inhale, sweeping up, hinging from the hip, rising up powerfully, bringing our hands above our head. If you wish to do a back bend here, feel free. Then bringing our hands above us in that prayer mudra and channel that energy down into our heart space. Taking a deep inhale, exhale, and release. We'll do that again. We'll take a deep inhale, reach up. Exhale, folding, diving down towards that mat. Releasing the head. Then we're going to come up halfway, flat back. Exhale, releasing our head back down. Then when you're ready, we're going to inhale, hinge up, powerfully reaching our hands up towards the sky. And if you want to take that back bend, feel free. Bringing our hands back into that prayer mudra and channeling that energy down into that heart space. Deep inhale, exhale, and release. Speed that up, inhale up, exhale, fold, diving down towards our feet. Then we'll inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, release. Then we're going to inhale, hinging up from the hip, rising powerfully, reaching our hands above our head or in that back bend. Bringing our hands back into that prayer mudra, channeling that energy down into that heart space, taking a deep inhale and release. We're going to go a little bit deeper into that sun salutation. We're going to inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward, diving down towards the mat. And when we get to the mat, we're going to place our hands flat to the mat and step our legs back into a plank pose, a high plank. Then we're going to lower down and swoop our hands up, swoop the chest up into an upward dog. Deep stretch. Then we're going to push our way back into that upside down B, that downward dog. And we're going to breathe here for 5 breaths. Breathe. Allowing ourselves to have a flat back. Feel free to walk your legs out if you want. Bend one knee, straighten the other. Or you can keep your legs planted into the mat, feet planted into the mat. Whatever feels good to you. We'll stay here for 2 more breaths. And when you're ready, we're going to walk our feet up towards our hands in a forward fold. Then we're going to come up halfway in that flat back. And we're going to exhale, releasing our head back to the mat. Then we inhale deep, swooping up, hinging from the hip, rising powerfully, bringing our hands above our head or taking that back bend. Bringing our hands into that prayer mudra, channel it down into that heart space. Taking an inhale, exhale, and release. When you're ready, we'll do that again. We'll inhale up, exhale, hinge from the hip, fold down towards the mat. And when we touch the mat, we're going to plant our hands down, step that foot back into that high plank pose and lower down and swoop up into upward dog. Then we're going to press the hips up into downward dog and breathe here for 5 breaths. Feel free to walk yourself out. Really allow yourself to engage, pressing that mat away. Breathe. And when you're ready, we're going to walk our hands up to our feet into that forward fold. Then we're going to come up halfway, flat back. And we're going to release our hands back down. Then when you're ready, we're going to take swooping arms up, hinging from the hip, rising powerfully. Then we're going to bring our hands to that prayer mudra and channel that energy down into that heart space. Taking a deep inhale, exhale, and release. We're going to do that one more time. When you're ready, inhale up, exhale, fold forward, diving down. Then when we reach the down, we're going to plant our hands, stepping our feet back, allowing ourselves to lower down and push up into that upward dog. And when you're ready, we're going to press ourselves up into downward dog, turn ourselves into that upside down V, allowing the back to be flat, and breathe. Two more breaths. And one more breath. And we're going to slowly walk our feet up to our hands for that forward fold. Then we're going to come up halfway, looking forward. We're going to exhale, release. And then when you're ready, we're going to hinge from the hip, rising up powerfully, reaching our hands up towards the sky. If you want to take that back bend, bringing our hands to that prayer mudra, channel that energy down into that heart space. We're going to take a deep inhale, exhale, and release. All right, we're going to go into Sun Salutation 3, which is a little bit deeper. But if you've been practicing with me, you kind of know the chair pose. We do some of these things individually. So we're going to go. We're going to reach our hands high, slowly releasing the back as if you're sitting into a chair. Strong in our arms, squeezing the knees as if you have like a ball in between your knees. Then we're going to hands from the hip, fold forward, diving down towards the mat. And as our hands touch the mat, we'll extend our hips up into the air for a forward fold. Then we're going to come up halfway in that flat back position. Then we're going to release our hands to the mat. And again, we're going to step our legs back as we did in the first salutation and allow ourselves to lower down, float up into the upward dog. Then we're going to flow back into the downward dog. But here we're going to keep our left leg planted and extend his right leg into the air. Then we're going to bring that right knee towards the chest and allow that right foot to be planted in between our palms. We're going to turn that back leg perpendicular and then extend our hands up into that warrior one pose. Allowing our arms to be reaching towards the sky, fingertips spread wide. Then we're going to turn our gaze sideways into warrior two, extending both arms out to both directions. We're going to drop that back left hand and extend his right arm up, gazing at that right arm. Then we're going to bring this right arm to that right knee and extend that left arm up, swooping up here. Then we're going to bring this right arm up and visualize we're holding the ball, tapping into that core. Greetings. Then we're going to drop our hands down to the inside of that right foot. Pivot on that back foot. Extend that right leg back. Then we're going to lower down and press up and press back into that downward dog again. We're going to keep this right leg planted this time and extend that left leg up to get the opposite side. We're going to bring that left leg in between the palms. Turn that back foot perpendicular and extend our hands up powerfully. Reaching up. Then we're going to turn our gaze sideways, pointing our hands in both directions. Then we're going to drop that back right arm behind us, extending that left arm into the air, looking at it, gazing at it. Then we're going to drop that left arm onto that left knee and swooping that right arm up. Then we're going to engage, bringing that right arm up, the left arm up, squeezing as we hold an imaginary ball in our hand, tapping into the core. Then we're going to bring both hands on the inside of that left foot, pivot on that back foot, extending that back leg back, allowing ourselves to lower it down, pressing up, and then pressing back. Here we're going to sit and breathe here for 5 breaths. You should definitely begin to feel your body warming up. We're going to breathe here. Two more breaths. And when you're ready, we're going to step our feet up until where our palms were. Come up halfway. And release our hands back down. Then we're going to sink low and reach high, back in that chair pose position. Then we're going to slowly rise up. This time we're going to extend our hands out, releasing them down to our side. And then we're going to bring them back around into that heart space at a prayer mudra. Then we're going to inhale, exhale, and then release them down. It definitely felt good. We're going to just do that one more time. Here we go with that one. We're going to go ahead and sink low and reach high as if we're in a chair, squeezing the thighs together, engaging. Then we're going to hand from the hip, folding down towards the mat. As we fold, we're going to extend the hips up so we can go into that forward fold. Then we're going to come up halfway in that flat back position. Then we're going to release our hands down to the mat. Then we're going to slowly step our legs back and lower down. And press up into that upward dog. Then we're going to go ahead and go back into that downward dog. Walking ourselves out here. We're going to keep our feet planted, keeping that left foot planted, extending that right leg up. Then bringing that right foot in between the palms. Turn that back foot perpendicular. Then we're going to inhale up into warrior one. Then we're going to turn our gaze sideways to warrior two. I'm going to drop that back left arm. Extend that right arm up. Gazing at it. Then we're going to drop that right arm and swooping up that left arm. Then we're gonna hold that imaginary ball. Then when you're ready, we're gonna release both hands down. Pivot on that back foot, extend that left leg back and lower it down. And press back up into upward dog. Then when you're ready, we're gonna press back into downward dog. Walking ourselves out. Then when you're ready, we're gonna keep that right leg planted, send that left leg up to get the last high. Bringing that left foot in between the palms. And when you're ready, extend up into warrior one. Then we're gonna turn our gaze sideways into warrior two. Then we're gonna drop that back right arm, and left up. Then we're gonna drop that left arm down, swooping that right arm up. Then we're gonna hold that imaginary ball. And when you're ready, we're gonna bring both hands on the inside of that left leg. Extend that left leg back, lower it down, press up. Then we're gonna press back. Whew. That was a workout. Breathe here for 5 breaths. And again, feel free to walk it out. Bend one knee, straighten the other. Two more breaths. And when you're ready, we're gonna walk our feet up to meet our hands into that forward fold. Then we're gonna come up halfway, flat back. Then we're gonna release our hands back down. Then we're gonna take seeking low and reaching high into that chair pose again. Squeezing the knees together. And when you're ready, we're gonna hinge up, wrapping the arms out, and then bringing them back into the heart space in that prayer mudra. Taking that deep inhale, exhale and release. Just kind of walk that out a little bit, roll the shoulders back. We're gonna extend our hands up again. Exhale, fold forward, diving down towards the mat. And as we press into the mat, we're gonna slowly come down to our knees so that we can come into a comfortable seated position. Here we're gonna bring our knees towards the chest, the right foot, and bringing the right knee towards the chest. And gently press into the chest, that right knee. Then we're gonna take this right hand back for leverage, and then take this left arm up and bring it across that right knee as we open the chest and give ourselves a deep stretch in the back. And we're gonna release that. Straighten that right leg back out. And we're gonna bring this left knee towards us, plant that left foot into the mat. First, we're gonna gently hug the left knee to the chest, giving ourselves a stretch in the back, lifting up the back. We'll have to bring this left hand back for leverage. Bringing that right hand up and across to twist open. Then we're going to come on to our back. Slowly releasing ourselves back. Bringing our knees to the chest. Then we're going to extend our legs straight into the air. If you want to flex your feet, feel free to flex your feet or rotate the ankle. Do what feels good to you. Just taking a moment to bring ourselves back into the body. And we're going to hug our knees to the chest again. And allow ourselves to roll over to this right side. Bringing this left hand up and across to twist open. Then we're going to bring our knees back into the chest and gently allow them to fall over on the left side. Then bringing this right hand up and across to twist open. And bringing our knees back to center. Gently hugging the knees to the chest and just allowing ourselves to roll around, giving ourselves a little back massage on the mat. And allow our feet to come to the mat and slowly press our way up into a comfortable seated position. Here, I'd like to take a moment to take some deep breaths. Allow our body to be in receiving mode, receiving the energy that we just put into our body through the practice. So here we be in complete surrender, releasing any hold that we feel in the body, any thoughts that's going through our mind. Just surrender to them and let it all flow. meditation, if you want to take a moment and bring your attention back into your thoughts, the intentions you set before you started the practice. Now take a moment and bow to you and thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Greetings to all the people that joined me. We are on week 3, day 4. We got one more week to go. And hope everyone have a beautiful Thursday. Like I mentioned before, today is the first day of the spring equinox. Sometimes people believe it's the first new year, the official, because this is when you plant your seeds and start the year, things begin to grow and blossom. So enjoy your spring equinox, enjoy your day. Until tomorrow, peace, love, and wellness. I do make, it's exercise for feet. It is. I have to make a video another day for it though, but I could definitely do that. But have a good day.